Who am I, man?
Yeah.
I've been nameless for a couple of years.
Just a couple.
a couple. I had someone say, there's a guy who was an MC and he was talking and he's like, when he's saying, I know this guy from very long. I know him since 19...
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to use that somewhere.
We understand what that means.
Well, the problem here is that we don't care. As
So I've been nameless since 99, as you were saying.
Yeah.
Starting here in Capital.
Yeah.
Okay, not here, because now navile mwefura kichwa because your offices are
in Ruaka.
swagged up.
Yeah, just Ruaka.
Hey.
Had to bring
But
the out to
me, I
Ruaka.
was there from day one.
Yeah.
As we celebrate 30 years of Capital FM.
Can you imagine?
Oh, it's 30 years of Capital FM.
Yeah, Nameless has decided to become a proper footballer, African footballer.
Yo.
He's over here telling us he's been in the industry for 25 years. So I've done the math for him just 1999 to now.
Is how many?
At the end of this year,
It's 27.
27 years.
27 years.
Yeah. Okay, so
Or
actually...
maybe he had started before. It's just that
Yeah.
Ali Julikana.
No. Actually, I would say, because it was actually end of 99.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, yes, this is Nameless as a musician, but my people call me Monsky. Most guys call me Monsky. The time I was discovered, I would say, through Capital FM, his homework was towards the end of 99.
Yes.
So I could say my career really, honestly, took off in 2000.
Yes.
I'd done a bit of singing before that, like a year before. I wasn't like really wanting to be a musician, but I was like, okay, I love it as a hobby. But the Capital thing just made me be like, wow, I've just created a brand. You know that the call I made was literally like a by chance.
Yeah.
I always say there are some things, just a chance can change your course of life.
True.
It's pretty crazy because
True.
if I did not make that call, I honestly don't think I'd be a musician because I was not really pushing to be a musician.
Yeah.
I just loved it, but it wasn't where my mind was at. I wasn't looking at myself as, someone who's performing on stage as a living, but I was trained to be an architect.
Yeah.
So, and I'm now Nameless and I've won in a competition. I'm recording with Josiah. Now I have to create this brand.
Yes.
So that's when I can say my journey started as Nameless. So it's 26 years, going to 27,
2 decades.
Two
and a half.
2.5.
2.5
Yeah.
decades.
So basically what I would say is, why I call it 25 is because, so I wanted to do a celebration last year, but I wasn't mentally ready. There's a lot that's not talked about in the terms of the mental space for creatives, and sometimes you feel pressure, but there's a space for your mental health, motivation, well-being. So I still put that in part of my story. So I said, okay, I was not ready. There were some things I was just not feeling aligned to. So I moved. So my mind, I look at now I'm celebrating 25 years, but what it really means is I'm celebrating a journey that's more than 2 decades. So that's why I'm saying it's basically 25. That's why I call it 25. But if you look at it in terms of months ngapi it's 26 20. Wacha kunizeesha. Sasa umeongeza 29 months.
Mato doesn't know maths. It's a bigger issue than you.
I'm struggling with someone who has other
I'm
issues.
doing maths.
Mimi sijaisikia mtu ambaye hata ajui ku add vitu zake.
Sawa.
Even adding solutions ajui. Anasema sijui where. What's happening?
So we wanted to just continue with the conversation. Can we do that? Can we continue the conversation? You're about to open another can of worms here.
Mimi nataka kujua tu how you've managed to be consistent for all those years, man.
Yes.
For me, I think, and I keep saying this, I think when I was coming with Mary, when we were driving here, I was just telling her, for me, I'm always learning. My mind is consistently, like I do not have a mjuaji mentality. Like sometimes I think it was wrong because some people were so confident about themselves and what they're doing, and I used to be like, how come I don't have that?
Yeah.
But for me, I see its strength is in that you're never cocksure, and it keeps you learning. It keeps you not making a judgment without learning a few things. Because this industry is so dynamic.
It is.
It changes in every way. So you can't have a fixed plan. You have to have a plan that can easily change and adjust and be okay with it. I think where people struggle is when they can't change a plan they had. I see that a lot. I'll give you an example. I see guys having a set list. Right? They go for a show.
It gotta go like this.
It's going like this.
Yes.
And I'm like, it's okay. Me, I don't do that.
Yeah.
Me, I tell my band, like, I will switch on you on
be
stage.
awake,
Be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a plan, but I don't know. I work a lot with the audience. I work a lot with my market and my audience. So I look and I say, this is what I'm feeling. What are you feeling?
So if they're singing along, you're moving.
Yeah, we go in this direction.
Yeah.
If I feel I'm losing you, because every audience is different.
Yeah.
If I feel I'm losing you, then I know, okay, then this is not the song for you.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's not a bad song.
Yeah.
It's not just a song for this audience.
Yeah.
So I just, and I know, like, or I'll be like, no, this is what they want.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing I do in my career. Like, I could be going in a certain way, and then I'm like, it could be anything. I'm like, okay, the vibe is not going well in this direction. I thought it was. Or, as I said earlier, my mental space is just not in the right space.
Yeah.
No, we have to release today. I'm like, I'm not going to have the strength to push because my mind is not there. And I think for me, those are some of the things that have helped me like navigate the consistent changing environment in our game.
Fantastic. From no social media to now.
Full social media.
I have to full
and it's
social
getting
media.
even
Full
more.
social media. And we have seen you have other people in your social media. We talk about them.
We'll come back and talk about them and what has influenced everything around that social media and the other things that you're working on.
100%.
Amazing things that you're working on.
100%.
New track that was released a couple of days ago, Sinzia 2 with Mario. We'll talk about that as well. But DJ Pikachu is in the building. Radical Mondays is going to play it. But I just want Davis Aiga to say, Sinzia 2 by Nameless. Out now. Please.
Sinzia 2
by Nameless.
And it doesn't mean also.
Out now.
For all of it.
Sinzia 2 by Nameless. Out now.
Thank you.
Hey, Pikachu to play it.
Hey, pew, pew, pew.
That's the voice.
Yeah, that's the voice.
Time for the business news, and we'll be back with more.
Capital Business News with Stanbic Executive Banking.
In the headlines, 12 Kenyan firms ranked among Africa's top 500 brands and the G7 nations to hold emergency meeting on oil as stock markets sink. 12 Kenyan companies have been listed among the top 500 companies in Africa by profit and turnover, according to a new report by the Africa Report. Leading the Kenyan firm is Safaricom, ranked 51st, followed by Kenya Power at 96, Vivo Energy Kenya at 107, Kenya Airways at 114, and Total Energies Marketing Kenya ranked 139. Other Kenyan companies featured on the list include East African Breweries Limited at 169, Naivas Supermarket at 178, and Quickmart Supermarket at 333. The report shows that Africa's largest companies recorded a 6.2% year-on-year increase, with cumulative revenues reaching $782.8 billion. The government is planning to begin exporting hundreds of thousands of live sheep to Algeria this year, targeting a multi-billion shilling annual livestock trade deal driven by rising demand ahead of Eid al-Adha. Mutai Kagwe, the Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture, held talks with Algeria's ambassador to Kenya, Farid Dahamane, to accelerate livestock exports and deepen agricultural trade between the two countries. The discussions follow a recent visit by a technical delegation from Algeria that toured livestock production systems in Kenya to assess the country's capacity to supply sheep to the North African market. Algeria is currently implementing a government-backed livestock import program that could require up to 1 million sheep, particularly to meet demand during the Eid celebrations. And finally, G7 nations will hold an emergency meeting to discuss surging oil prices as crude jumped above $100 a barrel and stock markets slumped over the escalating US-Israeli war with Iran. Finance ministers from leading industrialized countries, including UK Chancellor Rachel Reeves, will gather to discuss the economic impact of the conflict. Global oil prices reached nearly $120 today over fears of a prolonged disruptions to energy supplies through the key Strait of Hormuz shipping route, and the UK's FTSE 100 share index fell 1.3%. The The Financial Times reported the G7 meeting will discuss a joint release of petroleum from reserves coordinated by the International Energy Agency. And that's your business. My name is Davis Ayega.
Travel with the distinction you've earned. The Stanbic MasterCard World Credit Card gives you premium travel perks, lifestyle privileges, comprehensive protection, and a free supplementary card. From lifestyle privileges to comprehensive travel protection, every journey becomes extraordinary. Ambition never stops with Stanbic Executive Banking.
Capital Classified.
Business owners and importers, the Canton Fair is back. This April, fly to the Canton Fair in China for the ultimate business sourcing experience, complete with flights, hotels, transfers, and guided tours from just $2,389. Call 0711 222 444 or visit our social media pages to book today. Bonfire Adventures. Explore more.
Capital Classified.
June and Martin on the Jam.
Let the music take control. Let the rhythm move you.
Great to listen to while you drive home. June and Martin on the Jam.
Kanibali kutoka halo peleke kando na umwambie sikwachi baby mimi hapa wakana rudi kwa udongo mana baby wewe hapo ushanasia kwa ubongo pole 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 utaniua mimi. You know I'm close for you, nimechizi mimi. Jonde, usinitose mimi, oh. Anything you want, shall we do for you? Sijiwezi, I wish ningekuwa mvua. Niloweshe mwili wako tepe tepe. Unaonekana sugar cane, juu isiyo mua. Mdogo dogo mteke teke. And I wish I could be a bed. Chuchu, I don't know. Umenipa nini? Mbona kila nikisinzia nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, yakarudi miaka nenda. Nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, ila siku ya kalenda. Nasinzia nikikuwaza. Commit a crime and I'll be your defender. Overpower me so that I surrender. Oh, I wish I could be your saliva, so that I could taste your lips whenever. I envy your hipster, vile imekushika kwama. Kwa kweli manzi umebarikiwa, ndio maana tunaimba hallelujah. I wish I could be your shoe, I would have such a beautiful view. And if I was a slit on your dress, my only life would be to aim for the highest. If only I could be a body lotion, I would walk with undivided devotion. Kila siku ndio maana nasinzia, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, kila siku ya kalenda. Nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, miaka rudi miaka nenda. Nasinzia nikikuwaza.
Yeah. It's 98.4 Capital FM. My name is Kariuki. June Gachui is here. Monski, the Nameless one, is here as well. This song, in between, my friend Poggy and I have sat down and cut it up.
You cut that story up, eh?
You analyzed.
We analyzed it. We're like, you know, I've ever sat down with a guy, two guys.
Nasinzia
at 2 a.m.
Nikikuwaza.
Nasinzia ni why?
Mbona alikuwa nasinzia?
Kila siku ya kalenda.
But actually the biggest question was nasinzia nikikuwaza. What does that mean?
Yeah.
And I was just saying earlier that immediately I chucked it because this song was very important in my career.
Yeah.
It was after I'd done my On Fire album, which I did when I wrote most of On Fire when I was in campus. So even the songs were just kulikuwa tu moto. Come on, power. You are deadly. We're on fire.
It was the time for
Yanoki.
Moi must go.
Yeah. So if you listen to that On Fire, it was a
It was a lot.
raging campus area. And then now I got married.
Like,
Now I have to change. Now I'm struggling. How am I changing? Because but I feel I have to change.
Java romance.
Yeah, so now I'm like, okay, I've sung Deadly, which is still about, but now how do I do it in a more chill mode? So I struggled for about 2 years trying to find the new direction because my album was 2004.
From Pangwe Kwako.
Yeah, Mpango Iko Kwako and
Nasinzia.
Amelipa Juju, yeah. So when I finally wrote it, which was what you've just played, of course, is the remix.
Remix.
So it's 20 years ago. Yeah, the original. So I did the remix. One of the reasons I did the remix because I'm celebrating Sinzia 20 years of Sinzia.
20.
Okay,
Where?
2006.
Guy.
Yeah, straight up. So now, when I did the first one, it was like a big deal for me because I was struggling to reinvent. And you feel it as an artist. You can feel I need a reinvention because my brand, its value seems to be going down. You know that from how much you're charging and stuff. So anyway, so when I finally got the track from RK and I wrote it, I wrote this song in like 2 hours, like pop, 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 pop. I just got the words, I got the vibe. Unasema tu spirit, the spirit.
Spirit.
Easy for you to see.
Espirito Santo came down. It's Sinzia Dio.
This even niliandika, kuna mtu alinipatia hizi lyrics, you know. So I wrote them and I felt, this is the new Nameless. And I showed my earlier producer. First I showed RK, he loved it. I showed Ogopa DJs, Lucas, who had now moved from there, but he also told me, I think this is the vibe you need to go to.
Yes.
So when I released it immediately, I shot the video. And if you remember, the video was in a construction site.
Yes.
So I shot the video just so that people can relate with it. Because initially people were saying, this song in a ballroom.
Yeah.
You know.
It would be like compa now. Those to compa dance.
But people were visualizing that.
Yeah.
And me, I was like, I wanted people to know love is just not in ballrooms. It can be in a construction site.
Yes.
So
With a gideri.
Yeah, Mama Gideri, yeah.
Karogarogi.
So when I got it out, I was like, finally I've got it out. That week, Nation, they wrote 2 pages of why that was the wrong move.
Oh.
Yeah.
An artist of repute, of course, wrote this article. Yes?
It wasn't an artist, but it was a... I see you. Right? Yeah. No, it was just someone, you know.
A critic.
Yeah, a critic, yeah.
Well, back then, I know.
Yeah. And it was, I remember it was written Nameless. Art or act.
Okay, we'll give them the title. We'll give them the title, but that's about it.
Yeah, act or art. And when I read it, I was like, what are they trying to do? Like, you know, they were chamboying it. Some people are like, this is an insult to women. Why would you say you're sleeping when you think of her? You know, like that thing stressed me, eh?
Yeah.
Mbona mnasikumisha hii kitu as if ni nini?
Tunataka tu usi interrupt the thought process. So it's
like a snail.
Yeah.
You know what is it?
A microphone.
It's just a mic.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now, so when we got it out, I mean, when I was reading it, it gave me stress.
Yeah.
Because you can imagine you've really built towards this song, feel it's right. Yeah. And you're seeing 2 pages and you know how people are going to be skewed because it's not like now when there are many blogs or it's one main paper. Ikisema hivi ni hivyo.
The Daily Nation.
Yeah,
the
man.
Main one.
And many people asked for their comments. Some were supportive, others were like, nah, these guys insult women, people in, reputable places as well. So that gave me a lot of stress. I remember that day. We were reminiscing the other day with wifey. And we're like, wow. Because we're thinking about our journey. We're talking about our journey even in the house. Just trying to look at things. And I even found the article and read it again. And when I was reading it again, I was like, Okay, so that's bad as I felt that time.
Yeah.
Because we are not. Right now, we are so used to bad comments.
You're very used to them. You've grown. Your thick skin is
I'm
is
thick-skinned
thicker.
because
Yeah.
I'm like, it was bad at that time. It still felt a bit of an attack.
Yeah.
And I knew my feeling at that time was, I'm depending so much on this song. So you can imagine, because it was important to me. And then now, the whole page, you feel like the whole nation is talking badly about it.
Yeah.
But, bro, it ended up becoming my biggest song.
Then you go and involve Mario.
Yeah, so now, yeah. So sorry, you're going to say something?
I was just going to say, you're a bigger person than me. I'd have called that article writer and said,
So now what happened is, at
However-
that point, I met,
You met the
wifey,
person?
on the same day.
Because
Because we're having something.
Uh-huh.
Nation was sponsoring something, and wifey was pregnant. 2006 wife was pregnant.
Yeah.
And you don't mess with a pregnant woman.
Where?
Tell me she went and had
So she's like, wow, good job. I'm like, Jesus story. No, what? Tulia. Yeah, for me, I didn't want to make it a big deal.
Yeah.
It definitely disturbed me.
Yeah.
But in retrospect, I thank God I didn't make it a big deal.
Yeah.
Because it was just an opinion, but the song just took a life of its own.
And 20 years later, we are back
And
with the second one.
Yeah, so now 20 years later, because I did the same thing with Mega Rider.
Yeah.
5 years ago, I did a remix with
Calligraph. Yes, I remember.
So this time,
I see.
but this one was so interesting because it was actually Mario who reached out. So I've been approached from guys from Uganda and Tanzania
Yeah.
to do a remix of the song, like 5 years ago. Different people, because it was big in Uganda and big in Tanzania. But I've never been like ready for it. I wasn't too sure what to do. I'm an overthinker. Mimi will think, alafu ni na
Then you rethink.
and then I think again about the
And then you unthink what
and then I
you
unthink what I thought, and then I think again. Okay, I'm that guy.
It's the architect in you, Van.
Yeah, I'll analyze.
Will
and
this
see
building
all
stand?
possible?
The test of Nairobi
All
rains.
possible scenarios, which is a good and bad thing.
Yeah.
So I'm also training myself to be like, don't overthink too much, because can also give you paralysis.
Do you have a team that tells you to stop overthinking?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah, all the time, including Mary here. Twende nayo.
Kaenda.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah. But yeah, I kind of like trying to get the sweet balance of thinking, because I also can't operate without thinking.
Yeah.
There are people who look and say, how did you just
I'd like you to
jump?
say that again so that the politicians can hear you.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Surely we
No,
have to
that-
operate when. But what? Operate how? You can't operate without?
Without
Thinking.
thinking. I have to think.
Yeah.
And there are people who do things without thinking.
Yeah.
And it kind of surprises me.
Yeah.
So for me, so it's when Mario approached me, I think I was ready. The way they approached me was really good, with a lot of heshima.
It also matters a lot.
No, me imagine it matters.
Yeah.
There was no entitlement. There was like, listen, this song was big in my growing up, and I would love to be able to do a remix. Mario right now is like really big as well in TZ. And then AY called me.
Yeah. The brother.
Yeah, AY called me. Aziza from here called me as well. Said, hey, you need to check this guy out. What. So I talked to Bien, who's worked with him before.
Yes,
He's
yeah.
like, he's a solid guy. He's hardworking and all that. And then AY, the same thing. So, I was just like, okay. Then I talked to him and I'm like, okay, I like what they said. They said, we'll market, we'll do. So it's a very interesting because I just gave him the permission to do that. We did a verse. He did his verse. I liked it. It's a different vibe, but I liked his verse. And then I tried to write my verse. And he called me and told me, don't change your verse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep that verse. Because it has its own iconic vibe about it that we don't want to change the song too much. And I was like, that's true. I was like, okay, I agree with you. Because initially I was trying to think, what do I write? And no. Let me bring that new vibe and you bring.
It's good as
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
As it is. So let's come back to this guy now. We see
Yeah.
more on social media. You've added numbers to your family.
Yeah.
When you Baba girls for
Baba
real.
girls. I'm Baba girls.
And you mentioned Wahoo.
Yeah.
And when she was pregnant, of course, those pregnancies have resulted in three beautiful girls.
Personalities.
Three
different personalities.
Guy.
Yeah.
That I think it's been really beautiful to see how you've brought them into your social media or sort of very visible life, which I think a lot of people struggle to do. Do I keep my far more private? Do I keep it, you know? And I think that the balance you guys struck was really beautiful. No, I don't think anyone feels like muna overshare, muna overexpose, and that I think is a beautiful thing. So now that you're a parent in this sort of digitally, everything in our life is digital now.
Yeah, straight.
So I wonder if you would speak to us a little bit about that side of your life and how it influenced or
sure.
didn't anything in your musical career.
For sure. Thanks for that. That's some good feedback you've given me, because I'm always like questioning. I'm always questioning as a decision, as I told you. I keep telling guys, hakuna mjuaji hapa. We're living life for the first time. I'm being a parent for the first time.
True.
I'm being a parent with children and this online thing for the first time. So every decision I'm making, I make it not knowing the full picture, but knowing a few steps. So even us coming and saying, you know, we're public figures, we want to, we're living a certain way, we're very private initially, but then now people seem to also want to know a bit more of who you are, not just the music, but the story behind the music, the personality behind the music. And is it really bad to share? So my purpose really changed in the last, I would say 5 to 10 years, where I just stopped on not only being a musician, but I also see myself in terms of, because I'm very big on culture and evolution of the culture and evolution of traditions. I'm big on philosophy. Like people don't like, I go crazy with philosophy and psychology, and I feel like it's not discussed enough. I'm not going to be talking about philosophy, but I look and say, how should we be evolving as a in terms of our culture
as a people?
So so that's where I see my leadership as in, right? And so I started saying, even with wife, we sat down and said, you know, we're passionate about this thing. Can we share some things that can also like share what we feel about relationships with your children, with your wife, with your fans, with your colleagues? You know, how do you share that in different ways? So it's not only through music, but it's just different things, and that's why our online came up. So it's not just sharing publicly, but sharing through example. So for me, I'm also like trying to learn how to be a good parent, trying to learn how to be a good husband, in this whole madness of our cultures are changing. There's so much polarity between men and women. Have you seen that? Like there's a place women sit and say, we're going to lie, and then there's a place men sit and then we come online. You're like, bro, we can't live like this.
It's true.
So for me, I'm like, how do we make ourselves understand each other as opposed to, all men are, all women are. Like that's the word, that's how people talk. And it's
Generalized. It's very
generalized, and it's like the more polarizing, the more it gets pushed. And I'm like, this is not the right way to go. So how do you kind of like show, so me being Baba Girls puts me in an interesting position because I'm a guy who has to understand the girls and who has to understand the psychology behind the girls. So we are big on learning even childhood development. Like now I have an 18-year-old who has gone through teenagehood, which was a whole bro.
That's a whole PhD.
The whole PhD. Then when I'm just finishing that, there's now preteen, and now there's now a small baby who's like 3 years. So our minds are like, we really need to understand how the brain develops because we are also curious. So even I was thinking 15 years ago is so different from what I'm thinking now. So even when I'm looking at my younger kid, I'm like, wow, this is how she's developing. This is how she's learning. This is, it's so funny. There's something I shared recently where I was sharing lyrics. As I told you, we are looking back at the different, our different journeys. So one thing I'll tell you, every time I'm performing, there are times people get the wrong lyrics.
Yeah.
So naimba hivyo lakini nikimba naona wewe kwanza nyote mnaimba the wrong thing. To the point sometimes I even start singing.
When you put the mic there, you're just like, what? Huh? Whose song is that?
Wrong lyrics because
whose song is that?
Exactly.
So how do you help us?
So I'm like, okay, I get it. That's what people are hearing, but is it even making sense? Like I sit down, I'm like. So the other day I was singing in Anoki, there's a place I see guys saying, Umeni yokoa, Umeni yokoa, Umeni yokoa. Can we dance together? And I'm like, why would someone who has acquired you, like what's going on there? So I I decided just to share because we're doing a campaign about the importance of subtitles. I don't know if you guys are noticing how subtitles is a big deal now. Where I notice when my kids watch with subtitles and they read and they learn. Even me, I'm look at subtitles. So I was like, okay, let me tell guys what the words are. The number of people who confessed.
I've been acquiring.
I've been acquiring. Then I'm like, but does it even make sense?
What
so
is
I'm like,
the correct lyric?
So it's O manze your poor. Not umeni your
Oh,
core.
manze, you're poor.
Oh manze your poor. Can we dance together? Doesn't that make sense? Yeah, you're flying.
Let's
Prefer women your core.
How do you prefer women your core? So yeah.
Then can we dance together?
Probably a flood outside. Can your core and now we are inside carnival.
No. And the other one might jump high.
Yes. What
You
should
also
it be?
say that?
I'm just asking, what should it be?
It's just, but listen, ukisema jump, uliza how high. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
See, jump how high?
That's my point. If you say jump, I ask how high. I should say ukisema jump na uliza how high.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Okay.
So
If you say jump,
na uliza
oh,
how
not
high.
jump.
Ukisema jump na uliza how high.
Oh.
But guys are like, ukisema jump.
Walai, I was one of those. I know. You are saying, ukisema jump, uliza how
high.
Kumbe ni na.
Na
Sasa maybe
uliza-
ni wewe, we are not enunciating bwana.
No. Shida ni moja.
Guys, wacha turudi kwa sababu sasa naona umeanza kututania. That's why we go to this Manu guy here. Tell us the scores and also congratulations to India, T20 World Cup champions, beat New Zealand badly. David Sayaga is here with the News Headlines Sport. If you have any questions to Nameless as to what he was saying in all his other songs, because now I don't believe I had his music.
Anauliza how high.
Nauliza how high. Please talk to us at the Jam 94. The hashtag is driveout, hashtag wrong lyrics.
Long lyrics.
And you can WhatsApp us on 0701984994. Come back and talk to him about something he's doing to help us be a bit literate
Yes.
to the music.
Yes. Because idea, the
And it
generation.
starts here. It starts here.
It starts here, man.
And to motivate. You're going to write us a song about motivate. Motivational Mondays.
Motivate, gravitate, elevate.
That's all I did.
In Capital Newsbeat this hour.
Government explains Karura forest clearing amid conservation concerns. Kakamega and Meru get new Court of Appeal stations in judiciary expansion. And Ghana urges Commonwealth to condemn Lebanon peacekeeper attack.
More in Capital Newsbeat.
Capital Sports Update, where sports is taken seriously.
It is Sporting Talk at Sports Principal Secretary Elijah Mwangi expects more than 400,000 spectators to congregate in Naivasha for this week's WRC Safari Rally. Mwangi says the government has put in place proper measures to ensure the success and safety of all those involved in the competition.
We expect more, and we have done all the arrangements together with Kenya, with Kera, the national police, the traffic, the county government of Kiambu, Nakuru, Nairobi, including the marshals who we have deployed.
The competition begins this Thursday with a ceremonial flag-off and ends on Sunday. Kenya's Priska Cherono yesterday made history at the Los Angeles Marathon as one of the oldest ever winners of the competition. The 45-year-old clocked 2 hours, 25 minutes and 20 seconds to cross the finish line fast ahead of American Kaylin Taylor and another Kenyan Antonina Kwambai, who came second and third respectively. Cherono was competing in a fast race of the year after ending last year on a high with victory at the Marathon Project in the month of December. On the international front, 23 players were yesterday sent off following a mass brawl between Atlético Mineiro and the Cruzeiro in a Brazilian Cup final in Belo Horizonte. Trouble began when Atlético goalkeeper Evanson shoved Cruzeiro striker Christian to the ground before planting his knees on his face, prompting a violent melee that forced military police to intervene. Former Brazil national team player Hawk, as well as Nottingham Forest Renan Lodi, were among those red-carded. And finally, reports in England indicate that Manchester United, the good one, have set their sights on Nottingham Forest midfielder Ibrahim Sangare. The Red Devils have been impressed by the towering midfielder's composure and see him as a perfect replacement for Casemiro, who is set to depart the good old Trafford in the summer. The Ivorian joined Forest back in 2023 from Dutch side PSV Eindhoven. And that's your sports. My name is Davis Ayega.
Capital Sports Update. Up-to-the-minute sports, where sports is taken seriously.
Help your child find their Nova at Nova Pioneer Schools. With world-class Cambridge and CBC learning in Athi River, Eldoret and Tartu City, we nurture innovators and leaders through academic excellence, leadership programs and global university pathways. Future-ready learning starts at Nova Pioneer. Join myself, Hilaris and Chico right here on Capital FM and learn more about Nova.
The best mix of music. 98.4 Capital FM.
Hey, madam, bring me along. Hey. Hey. Hey, madam, bring the alarm. It's Nameless and Big Pinna Boy. To become to a rock'em. You better run, no shake your baton. Hey, Vanessa, come a little closer. Hey, your mama, pull to me bumper. Easy feelings, you as a feature, and that is why I say, why lie? You're so fly. You say my jump now, please how why lie? You're so fly. You say my jump now, please how why. Hey, twende nani mwingine kama wewe mwenye umbo la kupendeza na umebeba, mwenye kuketi matatu na kulipishwa sare, mwenye kufanya mabeshte wapige makelele. Hey, twende nipe ruhusu nikupe busu, hata kama nikupe nusu. Mbona wanitesa, mbona wanipresha, mbona unateta eti mimi sina pesa? I'm just a guy trying to make a living, and that is why I started singing. Ala, wadhani mimi siwezi kujirusha, ala, wadhani mimi siwezi kujitupa bala. Msichana kama wewe wanifaa, a big black and a big fat nigga. You're so fly. Ukisema jump na uliza how why lie? You're so fly. Ukisema jump na uliza how why. Yeah, you get and big pins, I'm a rap, it's on. Kibira na kibunde, tapiro keep the bomb. And I guarantee that you won't live long. You won't live to see a first, second, third one. Ukinipa munjos while I sikatai, na ukinipa nusos while I sikatai. Siwezi kujidai, naanza kufurahi. Wanampanai, ninafurahi. You're so fly. Ukisema jump na uliza how why lie? You're so fly. Ukisema jump na uliza how why. Why you play with my psychology? When I'm liking your biology. Why you play with my psychology? When I'm liking your biology. Why you play with my psychology? When I'm liking your biology. Why you play with my psychology? When I'm liking your biology. Why lie? You're so fly. Ukisema jump na uliza how why lie? You're so fly. Ukisema jump na uliza how why lie? You're so fly.
Emma, jump, Ulisa, how high. These are not the lyrics, apparently, guys. I just have to just make the announcement.
Yeah, in fact, it has reached a point, like, for many times now, I'm starting to write, even some of my songs, official videos.
Yeah.
I'm just putting, like, captions. Just just because
For
I'm
the
like-
culture.
for the culture, like lyric videos and also some captions
Yeah.
on it, because I'm like, yeah, it's I'd want you to from the onset know what I'm saying about, because it's you know, and as I was telling you, it came about because we're doing something where we're just talking about, there's something called a read along hour,
Yes.
which comes on Akili TV
Yes.
between 5 and 6,
Yeah.
and it's for kids, especially like 8 to maybe 14, 15.
Yes.
It's like Super Striker is one of the shows, but then there's a caption down here, and you'll notice there are many more shows that are having captions. So there's that caption, and it's all about how do you teach through entertainment as well. So someone is loving to watch, but without them knowing, they are being forced to also read and hear as they are reading and they are hearing
And understand.
and understand. And you know that thing, like we don't even know how important the development years are for your later years, because you're creating neural connections, and you're training someone how to understand, think. So now I'm pretty obsessed with those kind of things, like the different ways of different times of development, what you can do and how you can do it. So I really like such campaigns where it helps parents in because the amount school teaches your kids something, but I honestly believe 70% of teaching comes from homes. You get, but the parents are not yet taught to be teachers. You get.
Yeah, we put the gadget in front of the kids and say, watch
Yeah,
while
yeah.
I
You watch
do
while I
other
whatever. So
important
now they're
things.
being taught in a certain way. So finding ways that entertainment is also still being used in a way that can also educate.
yeah.
You're really getting to integrate with the culture. So by the way, that's one thing I would tell parents who are listening now, that check that out. By the way, it is really good in terms of making people read better. I know when I was growing up, I struggled to read.
we were beaten into it.
Yeah.
Some guys like me, but we realize that words change as you are reading them.
Yeah, and you know,
switching up,
and
you
you're
don't
switching
know.
up when you don't know. But me, I look and I realize people have different ways of learning. You know, there are people I read better when I'm reading something interesting. Like my brain just begins to be really good in reading. But when you're giving me things that are hard to read because I don't like the subject, you know. Yeah, and I'm like, but then when I'm reading something, like when I'm older, when I'm reading something I love or something, I'm like, oh, I read that book that fast.
Yeah.
But I normally couldn't read before. Then I'm like, oh, it's because whatever I was reading, I didn't like.
You didn't enjoy. Yeah.
So now people are being cleverer in finding cleverer ways to teach, and that's like one of them with the Akili TV at 5 to 8. But just look for interesting ways to teach your kids away from school. Because school is institutional, there's a certain way. But what about at home? What are the different ways to teach? Values is normally brought in the house. You know, I always say most of the negative things we see in the world, from racism, any kind of hate, tribalism, it's not in school. It's actually taught
At home.
at home. Yeah. So the first teachers are parents, and unfortunately, people don't realize the power you have when you get kids. Yeah, you have a power to shape someone's worldview. So when I look at Shiro, she's so small, and when I'm telling her some things, she is believing them, and she's forming her understanding of the world through what I'm teaching. You know, and I don't think we say enough about that, because that forces you to want to be a better teacher. So like now for me, in me, what's driving me more nowadays is trying to understand life better, trying to understand the brain better, psychology better. What worldview do I feel brings more peace? Right now we're worrying about a third world war.
Yeah. Can
For
you
real.
imagine? Can you imagine?
At this time. Why? Because countries, people's loyalty to a country is so built so high, and I'm like, people will bomb other people and their children because of loyalty to their country or loyalty to a cause. And I'm like, whose fault is it? It's how they were taught about loyalty. You're blind with your loyalty till it. So I'm like, people are not bad, it's how they are taught. So for me, the role of parents, when you brought up that, is so big. Like how I train my daughters when it comes to relationships. Yeah, you know, like I'll hear my daughter to me so talking to mom about something. There's a boy, what? Ati what?
And it's mom who's being told not to.
She'll talk to me.
She will,
But we have different styles.
Yeah.
So Wahoo is more affirming.
Yeah.
Me, I'm like, okay, I love you.
However.
Like, I gotta say this. Because I was like, today we're talking in the house, and I was like, affirmation alone is not good enough.
Yeah.
Because you're just agreeing to someone's emotions instead of helping them learn how to control their emotions. So I'm like, I need you to just, if you're coming to talk to me, I'm going to try and help you learn how to work on your emotions as opposed to just affirm your emotions. Yeah, because affirming alone, I don't think does the job. But I'm always like curious. I listen to something and I'm like, this boy, and I'm like, okay, yeah, but what about you? Is there something you did? Yeah, you're my daughter and I love you. But I know you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Your mom is not perfect. Like, we are not perfect. So me, I can't just be here because you're my daughter, you're perfect. Yeah. So I'll chambua. And I'll be like, hapo hata wewe. Si ulifanya hivi. God, manze, we're supposed to be hating the boy.
No.
No.
That's for afterwards.
No, there's a part we will.
Small kibaki nini? Unajua okay.
Exactly.
But it's a good thing. I remember my dad, at the time I told him about a boy, he was confusing me. So he asked me, he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, it's just this boy was confusing me. Oh, okay. Are you also confusing me? See, this is why I miss this guy. I was like, this is such a good question.
Yeah.
Am I also confusing you?
Exactly.
Let's go and analyze.
Yeah, and you analyze it. And I'm telling you, it's really, sorry.
So tumalizie kwa sababu unajua, I know this rain can start and you can be here.
It's already 5.
It is already 5.
No, we were just starting, guys.
Started, man.
You cannot bring me here for 1 hour again. Like, whoever brought me here for 1 hour
so what we're gonna
needs
do,
to know. You're my girl for 2 hours and 3 and a half.
We're going to ask you for permission to go into the other hour for
Are you getting me?
One more.
See, just say yes.
Say yes.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Unaona hizi marangi anaenda wapi?
Anaingia hapa najua naambiwa ninyamaze. Every time you come in, I know I'm about to be told, shut up. Let us deal with business.
When we come back, we shall discuss this business. But also just know that we have places you can sleep here. Kuna hoteli, kuna manyumba. So usiogope. Hi, it's your turn, Davis Ayega. I hope this news, by the way, this time, there's nothing about Manu. In this news, it rained in Manchester. Higo. Hiya, it's time for the news. 2 minutes past 5 p.m. Be back with Nameless for one last hurrah. As Davis tells us what Manu has done for the city.
The best mix of music.
Capital News Beat.
NEC opens exam registration portal for 2026. Kakamega and Meru get new courts of appeal stations in judiciary expansion. And Ghana urges Commonwealth to condemn Lebanon peacekeeper attack. Hello, I'm Davis.
Capital News Beat.
Registration for the 2026 national examination has officially begun, with school heads now required to enroll candidates through the digital assessment portal managed by the Kenya National Examinations Council. The Minister of Education recently announced the start of the registration process for 3 key assessments under the competency-based curriculum: the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education, the Kenya Primary School Education Assessment, and the Kenya Junior School Education Assessment. School administrators have been directed to complete the exercise using the Council's computer-based assessment portal within the stipulated timeline to avoid penalties or complications later in the year. For the grade 6 learners sitting the Kenya Primary School Education Assessment, that is KIPSEA, registration began on the month of February 16th and will close on March the 16th. Registration for candidates sitting the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education started on the same date but will run until the month of March 31st. Meanwhile, registration for the Kenya Junior School Education Assessment, that is KIPSEA, opened on March 2nd and will remain active until the month of March the 31st of this year. The government has sought to reassure the public of a recent land clearing activities inside the Karura forest, saying the work is intended to support a national tree seedling production program and not residential development as widely speculated online. Environment Cabinet Secretary Deborah Barasa said the government plans to prepare roughly 2 to 3 acres within the forest to establish a large-scale seedling propagation site that will supply millions of trees for Kenyan's reforestation drive. Barasa dismissed claims circulating on social media that the government was opening up sections of the forest for residential projects. The project forms part of the government's broader environmental agenda aimed at increasing Kenya's forest cover from the current 20% to about 30%, while contributing to the national goal of planting 15 billion trees by the year 2032. Chief Justice Martha Koome has gazetted new Court of Appeal stations and additional small claims court across the country in a move aimed at expanding access to justice and reducing case backlogs. Koome announced the establishment of 2 new Court of Appeal stations at Kakamega Law Courts and Nkubu Law Courts, increasing the total number of appellate stations nationwide to 8. Additionally, a Court of Appeal sub-registry has been set up at Embu Law Courts, bringing the number of sub-registries to 5. Other Court of Appeal stations are located here in Nairobi, Mombasa, Nakuru, Nyeri, Kisumu, and in Eldoret. According to the judiciary, the expansion is part of ongoing efforts to decentralize the appellate services and making justice more accessible to Kenyans across different regions. And finally, Ghana has called on the Commonwealth to condemn last week's Friday's missile attack on its United Nations peacekeepers in southern Lebanon, which injured 4 of its soldiers. The Foreign Minister, Samuel Abalakwa, did not say who was responsible when speaking at a Commonwealth meeting, but said the bombing was an attack on every principle that the UN Charter exists to defend. Israel has been striking Hezbollah targets in Lebanon after the Iranian-backed Shia group said it launched rockets and drones at the Israeli city of Haifa last week to avenge the killings of Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. All the injured Ghanaian soldiers are now in a stable condition, its army has said. For more on these and other stories, log onto our website at www.capitalfm.co.ke/news. That's Capital News, but my name is Davis Ayega. You're up to date at 7 minutes past 5.
Capital Newsbeat.
Capital Weather.
Hello, hello, coucou mes baby, c'est Hélène, this is the weather, starting now, yes, we are already, attends, this Monski, franchement, oh là là, Bungoma, 33 degrees, the clouds in the sky with the thunderstorms, you want to say something? Lucia, 30 degrees, sun in the sky, 26 in Eldoret, will Embu has a lot of thunder in the sky at 27 degrees. Oma Bay, 33 with the sun in the sky as well. Kakamega, 33. You see that the temperature has gone up, like in the studio. Voilà. Kitale, 25 degrees. And of course, Nairobi is at 25 with the sun. Please enjoy the sun because we do not know how long it will be there for. Also, I see one of my fans in the text message called Alex Tonui. Alex, so nice that you are tuning to the jam only to listen to Hélène. This is nice. Everybody else here is also pretty cool. So I suggest you continue to listen. So this is Alex Tonui of the K, the T and the B. You know that organization?
The what?
KTB. Voilà.
Oh, the tourist board.
Voilà. Alex Tonui, thank you for being my fan. Now I ask... this guy in the studio, what you were saying before I was doing my work.
Sorry.
No,
Apology.
because I know that I only come in the afternoon 1-2 times, but it's important for me to do a good job.
I am sorry.
Yes.
I appreciate.
Sinzia.
Oh, but écoute, I also will put the subtitle. Voilà, d'accord. I put the subtitle to say now Hélène is talking. Nobody else should be talking.
We need subtitling because
Subtitling.
we call it subtitling.
Hiya, guys.
Because we don't understand what you're saying.
D'accord. When we come back, I'll tell June to explain to you. D'accord.
Okay, bye.
That's
The ADHD in here is too much.
We play the best mix of music all day long. 98.4 Capital FM.
This is The Jam, rebooting your workday. June and Martin on your best mix of music, Capital FM.
There's two types of people in the world. Those who've got names and those who are nameless. Nameless, nameless,
Nameless, nameless, nameless, nameless. Nameless, 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 nameless.
I got no fame and I got no name. To be loved or to be loveless. To have a home or to be homeless. To have a car or to be carless. Na amuka, nina oga, na uliza. Mirror, mirror on the ukuta, what do I need? Ongeza mafuta. Weka marashi so that I nukia. You never know, I might meet my malkia. Chukua longi, piga pasi. Sasa ni laini, wapendeza. Napanda basi kwani sina gari. We are going to the city. Wololo, shosho, gombaro. Anataka kiti, mpeni nafasi. Asante, heshima kwa wazazi. Tumefika mwisho wa safari. Ala, kondakta anakuja kunisumbua. Eti anataka pesa. Mega Rider, I got a Mega Rider. Mega Rider, I got a Mega Rider. Mega Rider, I got a Mega Rider. Mega Rider, nashuka gari natembea, wasichana wamejaa huko Tomboya. Kijana wa campus hapana lose focus. Do you want a pass or do you want a pass class? Knock, knock, knock on the door of the studio. Wewe ni nani? Fungua mlango. Knock, knock, knock on the door of the studio. Wewe ni nani? I am nameless. Mr. Producer, nipe MIC. Mr. Ted Josiah, twende kazi. Guess who's in the place with the style and grace? It the nameless. Popping up the bass, embrace my style, cause it's versatile. And every place the contents in the nameless vibe. Mega Rider, I got a Mega Rider. Mega Rider.
Thank you for this song.
Yeah. So, Ati Ninakata Mega Rider? What does the song actually say?
It's
June Gachui, Martin Kariuki, and Nameless.
Yes.
Nameless, that yama nama.
Nameless. You know
that was Wahoo, by the way.
It was, eh?
All this, all those BGVs and all that was Wahoo. So shout out to Wahoo for.
Yeah. And this was before the marriage. Oh, this is before the marriage. When you were dating.
We're like second year campus. This is way back. But yeah, she came through all those two things behind there. Is Wahoo. Yes, this is where it all started.
That's Tana with that song, wasn't it? That song. Yeah.
And I don't think there'll ever be a song that first time song that was my first time song. Like the feeling of, oh my God, all these people are listening and hearing my song. That was the first time I was nameless and got it out. I don't think I'll ever get that feeling. You can't get it. You have it once.
It's
like
a one-time thing.
It's a one-time thing. So Mega Rider has a very special place in my heart because
now you're affecting other things.
So
that are also a first time for you, getting people to, read, understand kids, screen time for your kids.
Oh yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Like the screen, that whole thing around screen time also is worrying because there's a lot. That's what we were saying even earlier when we're talking about screen time. How do you make sure that the screen time is of value
and balanced?
Balanced, and that's why I'd seen someone also just DM'd me and asked me more about it. What I just talked about earlier, about the switch on, read on. There's a campaign. The project is called Switch on, read on. Switch on, read on.
Okay.
Or you can say sorrow. Switch on, read on.
Sorrow.
Yeah, sorrow. Switch on, read on. Yeah. And it's actually, when I was saying caption, what we're calling it is subtitling.
Okay.
Yeah. So the subtitles actually, and we don't even know the power of subtitles in helping us in literacy. As I told you earlier, I never really used to enjoy reading. So I always struggled with reading until my late years, until I was reading things I enjoyed. So being able to put subtitles in things like shows that we like, Akili TV is the one that was there is Super Striker, of course for the younger kids, and for us, the funny thing, we even sometimes we watch together, and then there's a very nice thing where they even show you the words that you're going to see on the show, and the hard words and how to spell them.
So within this 1 hour,
in that 1 hour. So the beginning of the show, there's a part there that they'll begin to show you. These are going to be the number of words that are going to be there, and how they pronounce, how the spelling is, words to look out for. So you're watching, but you're also activating your brain to look out, to see and understand. And I was like, this is interesting. I think the more we are learning about the brain, the more we are learning how to teach our kids. So for me, I'm like, I tell, anytime I get a chance to tell parents, I'm like, bro, one thing you realize is that you are the first teacher. You're the first teacher. The teacher in school is literally the second. Is an assistant. So learning your child and understanding. My 3 kids all have different personalities, fam.
They're not the same person.
They're not the same. They look the same. Like when they're kids, give me that time, I'm like, John, is this one? Is this the second one? What is it? You can't remember this is a passport.
But then he come here.
Have
you called them?
Come here. I'm that parent. And I'm like, this is crazy. I'm becoming my parent. Like, it's that. But their personalities are totally different. How they learn is totally different. So you have to read them and understand. I mean, like, this one, like Kale, likes a lot to go on TV, YouTube or TV and all that. And that's how she learns. Sometimes I find her, she's doing gymnastics and I'm like, she's like, I'm learning from YouTube. DIY. She's done many things herself from learning, and she's like, I learn better here. So I'm always like, you're struggling with this subject, go find something that you can go and whatever, So that's why for me, campaigns like this, as I was saying earlier, are things that I'm passionate about, because I'm like, how do we find different ways to teach? Literacy is of course a big thing, because you know, in the end of it all, even with this AI, you just have to know how to use words. You need to know how to use
even
language,
context,
and all that. So one of the skills that our kids need in this coming generation is how to really learn how their literacy.
So just to remind those, if you've just tuned in, we're talking about a really cool initiative called Switch On, Read On, that I believe you and Wahoo are going to be supporting. But also, I really like this read along hour that you've spoken about. Weekdays on Akili, 5 to 6 p.m.
5 to 6.
It's on right now, actually. Right now on Akili Kids, so go and find it. And I think that the final thing as we wrap up is what are the plans for 2026? What can we look forward to?
For your 27 years of
more sorrow. I mean, Switch On, Read On, not sadness, but Switch On, Read On.
Yes.
What else is it? What else is in store?
For me, the thing is, as I told you, it's reflecting on a journey. And I normally tell guys, even when I'm looking to celebrate a journey, we celebrate the highs, but for me, I'm also wanting to celebrate the lows, because for a journey, for you to make a journey, if you really think about a journey, it's surviving the lows. That's where the catch is. How do you survive the lows? So for me, I reflected on my 20. 20.
Thank you.
Yes. 27 years.
I'm like, okay, from the music, why did I write this song? Where was my mind at? If you know the number of songs I haven't released, I will record and don't release. So me and wifey have many of those songs. So we're even going to create an EP of the songs during that time.
Those are many EPs.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. EP is 6 songs. You have more than those songs.
Yeah, but we're not
release all of them.
We'll pick like, so there's some new songs.
Yes.
There are some old songs that I'm remixing, like the way I did Sinzia.
Yes.
I want to do that. It's just, this is a year that we're just reflecting on songwriting. Like, I'll give you an example. There's a song I wrote, Coming Home. There's another song I wrote called By Your Side. At the same time I wrote Coming Home. If you listen to them, they're the same style, but it's a different. In fact, when I was, Coming Home was in the FIFA album, and I'd initially given them By Your Side. And they said they like the song, but it's not working for the sports, because it was for World Cup. But I didn't end up releasing it. So like now I want to be like, I just have given it a newer vibe and sound. of now, but I still like the writing because it captured the moment, it captured the time. So there are many songs that captured moments. When I look back, I'm like, I can't replicate this moment. So it's just like how you can find something has just been kept there nicely preserved for you.
It's just marinating.
It's been marinating because you're not ready at that time. Maybe you didn't have the right sound. You didn't have you're not really sure. And producers play a big part in an artist. Like Ogopa, RK, they really played a big part in capturing my ideas, but giving them a vehicle. So there are times I would be having ideas but not have the right producer. So that's another thing for my fans. And it's good for me to say it here because my first fans formed in Capital FM.
So it's for a documentary following Nameless.
I definitely have to have storytelling in it. There are lessons I've learned. That's what I'm saying. It's really introducing Monsky because people just know Nameless, but who's behind Nameless there's a personality, and how that translated into the music. Even when I'm there saying that you feel like removing your underwear.
Is that the parent? Oh my God!
They're like, what? No. What the hell? Yeah, I'm just like, you just have to show. This is how I was thinking and why I was thinking like that and why I was trying to connect with people in that way.
It's a great, and you would not have been the first also to sing about underwear, derobing. Many people
have talked about derobing. You have to have your own way of discussing derobing.
Everybody gotta do it at least once a day. At least once a day.
You must. If you don't derobe once a day,
how are you doing
that?
How are you doing your number one, number two? How are you doing it? You gotta derobe at least once a day, more times. Doctors recommend more times.
Straight up, yeah. So for me, it's an exciting time, and the same with Wahoo. So those are the kind of things that I'm doing. Definitely, we want to do shows, also just to capture that. That's what I was saying. Mentally, I had to be on the money because it takes a lot. I was talking to Big Pete. He just celebrated
23 years.
And he called me and told me, "Yo,
it's a lot.
It's a lot." And you being the artist, I look at you and I'm like, "How you do show?" Like me, I did one in 2004.
Yeah, and then you're like, "Niwe shoka." What are you like?
Yeye pangeni show, mimi nakuja tu offer service. Siwezi.
You don't want it. You don't want
imagine
it.
I can't.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
You get and you have to know your brain type. My brain type struggles with trying to do 17 things at the same time.
June doesn't. I don't understand her at all. Yeah. Because we are talking and she's over here. And I know.
I know.
And we're like, I just want to know what time it is.
I know, man. Yeah, and it's crazy. Yeah, so for me, that's also
what's in store.
Yeah, that's in store. So,
and I like that you're using these two platforms because you've talked about like introducing Monsky.
Yeah.
There's also Nameless.
Yeah.
So I think each of those platforms now are available for you. And for anybody else, I think when the mental space is right.
Yes.
Switch on, read on is one initiative.
Yes.
Artist Manenos is another initiative. If somebody comes and says, we want you to be the ambassador for buildings that can withstand rain. The architect
it's so funny because now being in social media, there'll be people, you'll be speaking sometimes on behalf of either an organization or a product.
Yeah.
So you have to have that process of learning the product, understanding what it is about it that you want to share.
Yes.
So that also is something I've had to learn in the last 3-4 years.
Wonderful.
When you're influencing and you're like, do I believe in the product?
Yes.
How do I see it benefiting people? And different products would benefit different people. There's some high-end products I'll be talking about. Even I'll be saying, even though that money, but this is that for the offering. If you have that money, Lakini is there. And if you are in this following and you are there, maximum respect. But I am here to tell you it's there. If I can afford it, it's
available.
But it's available.
It's available.
And then there's some that are such good deals.
Yeah.
And I create a platform because I honestly am so malleable. Like I can go to a hotel that's like 3K and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I can go to a hotel that's
30,000.
Nice.
25. When it starts going to 35, I can't even enjoy sleeping.
The cutoff is that.
I was telling someone, there are some places I know I will not sleep.
You have to call
Because I'm like, how am I paying 80K? I can't sleep. I'm like, how am I sleeping? How am I paying 80K and I'm sleeping? So now I'll be there, I have to be cooling, baby. So that I can feel I funga the water, hot water, so that I'm using this 70K.
They don't have a reception, they have a butler.
Yeah, like me, I'm like, for me to spend 70K.
Yeah.
You know, but they are there.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll talk about it and say, yo, there's this room for 70K.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but there are people. There are people who 70K is nothing much. It's nothing.
In fact, it's part of the look.
It's just the look, man.
But I think now you have answered the first question. I had to ask you, how have you stayed relevant? You do not sleep in hotels above a certain amount of money. Your man, you have raised your family. Now, what wanajua kusoma?
No, I tell guys, don't, your emotions can lead you in the wrong way. Yeah. So manage your emotions. I want that car, but can I afford it?
And where am I driving it?
And why am I driving that car?
Where do I live?
Yeah. Can I handle that car? But some people are like, I must drive that car. But can you afford? No, I must drive it.
Just back it at 2 Rivers.
I'm like, this guy has not had a good meeting with himself. Like me with social media, I tell guys, bro, you get a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
You need to know how to say, I'm not picking this pressure. Yeah. And me being Amsani, that tells me I've had my car for so many years.
Yeah.
And I'm not feeling pressure because God is inanifikisha hapa.
It's doing what it needs to do.
Now, if you look at my phone, you see some of my phones are like nervous. Uko serious? Unabeba hii simu? Me, I'm like, my friend, it's communicating.
It's doing the job.
It's doing its job. Mtu kama wewe, jina kubwa. I'm like, don't try give me those things that will mess me up at jina kubwa. Then I start making wrong decisions. Mi si jina kubwa. Wewe ni jina kubwa. Lazima ukuwe na bodyguard. Why? So you don't pick people's. You get?
Nameless. We'll have to call you back now. We'll have to call you back now for a podcast. Sasa vile kunaenda tunaweza kashinda hapa mpaka 7.
Easily.
It's been real.
It's been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's always good to come here and just feel at home. Like I really should feel at home.
Yeah. Please continue feeling like that.
Yeah, it's always good vibes. Good seeing you, bro.
Yeah,
I see once in a while walking around.
He's always walking.
Yeah. But you know, I told you I walk around places that have good homes and houses.
And not that he lives there.
He's walked from.
Yeah.
He's walked.
He's also listening to people
walking there.
Wewe, hata wewe ni jina
kubwa unafanya nini hapo unatembea?
Ako jamu.
Sorry, Johnny Walker. I'm a walker of everywhere.
Hey, I'm okay.
There are guys who believe I live in La Vie. I'm like, it's fine.
But you're walking there.
I'm walking
and
there.
I'm like, oh, this guy lives in La Vie. Niggas walked 25 kilometers to get there.
There's number of steps, but then when he comes here, he can't sit down. He's just...
Straight up, bro.
This was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
See you guys soon, man.
Yeah, we shall. And if you're tuned in, get on to Akili Kids right now, Bana. You have another 30 minutes.
You have 30 minutes to check it out and see what's up. Also go to YouTube, check out Nameless and Mario Sinzia 2.
Yes.
Just released, Feeling the Love. And go listen to it on YouTube and what.
And everywhere.
Very happy for this initiative because in the future now guys will be reading posters and understanding where they're supposed to be. Guys are like, this event is happening at the World Rally Village in Nairobi.
Angalia poster.
Poster says Naivasha.
But anyway, in any language.
Yeah. Time for the business news with David Sayega and the jazz.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Let's do that.
Capital Business News